Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Lordy, look at chat. He's freaking out of control.
Already asking for Tara.
Yeah. Well, you know, Annette, I'll tell you, if you were on panel like I asked you to be, you could have seen Tara's reflection behind Blake. She walked past once.
Oh, she's in the reflection right now.
Well, don't tell Annette that. Hi, Blake. Hi, Ed.
Hey, Scottie.
Yeah.
Where's your fireplaces?
I've got that fancy green screen technology.
It's amazing. It's nice and toasty.
I could run and get to mine.
No.
It's kind of hot though, but it is on. Don't mind the ladder.
I have a couple of them myself. I'm kind of short.
Are you? I haven't noticed.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, there we go.
Look at that.
I'm gonna probably
Beautiful.
cook right here,
Yeah.
and don't mind the cat treats.
Well, I would have
in the
never
bucket.
guessed. I would have never guessed. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
That's fancy. I wish mine was that fancy.
Yeah.
I've never done a stream from here before.
It's a nice background.
Oh man, it is so hot.
I was gonna say, how long you be able to sit there?
Yeah, you better go in your room.
I'm already giving up. You guys, but while we walk, look, this is a $25 rock.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. It's
Yeah,
cool, but
Yeah, I
like,
know.
funny.
I
Wow.
wouldn't have bought it if I knew. Okay, I put that back down.
I think rock prices are just outrageous to begin with, no matter what you get.
Yeah, they're pretty hard. Thanks for the courtesy smile for that, Blake. All right, let's say some hellos here. We got the devil herself, nailing it, and whatever else she does there. My good friend Clashy, and Myrtle, and Brennan, Chris Aquazone, welcome. Linda Worth, I'm sure her daughter Emma will be here soon. Garcia Aquatics here. Hello, hello. Too Coolly for Schooly, welcome. Let's see here. Myrtle, you're supposed to chant a name for that person. Oh, good grief. Yeah, she's a little confused sometimes, Myrtle. Dennis Christensen, welcome. And Alishon's here. Only $25. Jason has you beat. That's what I've heard. Lori, Monsterfish Gal, welcome. And there's, see, I told you, there's Emma. And AAA, welcome. And I am caught up. I like it when it's that easy. So, this is the premiere, the first of my new stream, Fireside Chat. And I want it to be a relaxing, hence why I have the smooth music in the background and the fireplace, nice and relaxing. And I even have an idea for during the summer when it's hot out. But just a relaxing, friendly chat amongst whoever's on panel, the chat itself, etc. It is not in place of my Saturday stream. It's in addition to, but there are going to be times when I don't get to do the Monday night stream or the Saturday night. But my goal is to be able to do one of the two and never not do either. That's my goal. The more often I do both, the better. Mini Scottie. Where? Who? What are you talking about? So yeah. And hopefully I get Blake here a lot. And then I hope to rotate amongst some people, a third person. And it is such an honor to have Chattanooga Ed here. Anytime Ed is on panel, whether it's with me or a different channel or even in chat, it is a great time as always. And very talented, by the way. And of course, Nico. See? I saw
There
the
he is.
tail.
Yeah, he just jumped up here.
As long as he doesn't spill your soda.
Yeah. Well, it's water tonight.
Oh, all right. That's good. So, what's going on in the fish rooms? Blake, you want to start? You got anything exciting going on?
Not a terrible huge amount. I'm trying to just cut back on a couple of things. I'm one of those people that it's like at the auctions, I feel bad for the fish that are only going for $1, so I just kind of scoop them up. And now I got like 3 or 4 tanks that it's just a bunch of fish that I really don't want anymore.
Oh,
So
gosh.
definitely phase them out. Got a couple fish, one with fry, 2 or 3 holding eggs, but other than that, not a whole lot.
And what'd you have going on this morning? I didn't get to read the whole post, but you had some spawning action going on this morning?
Oh, the Astatotilapia calyptera, the Eastern Happy, they were, when I was down feeding them them things. Yeah, this morning I called them, they were spawning, the male was going nuts after like 3 different females, and in the video I took, you can actually see the female pick up one of the eggs off the ground. So I never actually caught that on video. I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice. Fancy. Any big plans for the fish room for this year, since it's New Year?
One thing I'd like to do, I'm still trying to convince Tara to let me do it. I want to add like a rack right up the middle of 20 longs.
That's a great idea.
I thought so too, but she's like, you're going to really miss that extra walking, because it is nice. It's just like a full like perimeter, then you have that nice open area in the middle, but
So much
we'll see what
wasted
happens.
space.
I
So
know.
much wasted space.
It really is.
Go to Dunkin' Donuts, get her a coffee, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Exactly. How about you, Ed?
Well, I'm building a second fish room just for line breeding,
Oh,
and so that's like in the process right now.
I can't even get one.
That's why I've got the fireplace on, because I don't have heaters in my. I have 110-gallon tubs in that room filled with different lines of guppies, but I don't have heaters. And that super cold snap we had here really dropped the temperature. So right now it's 66 outside. So I thought I'd keep the fireplace on a little till it gets a little warmer. And it's pretty hot right next to the fireplace. But I had a major backfire in my fish room last year at the end of the year. I was trying to catch a yo-yo loach, a golden yo-yo loach, out of my Santa Maria tank. And so I made a fish trap, and I didn't catch him the first day. So I thought, well, what I'm going to do is turn the lights out and leave it for 2 days.
Right.
I managed to catch every single Santa Maria inlet in there. They all died. I didn't have a single Santa Maria live, and the coolie loach, or the yo-yo's still out of it. I think the yo-yo went, but there was no bloodworms in there, which I was luring them in with. I think the loach was smart enough to get into the trap and get out.
Good grief.
So, yeah, talk about major backfire. That's like,
Yeah, I'd say.
I was mad that he was eating a couple of my fry, and then I ended up wiping out my whole colony. It was unbelievable. And it was like, why did every single one of them went in there?
Wow.
I never feed those guys bloodworms because they're too small.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got one room with the tubs, and you're setting up a second one so you can do more than the tubs?
Well, no, I have one room with about 65 tanks in it. That's my pretty room that I used to do all my live streams from. But once it got completely surrounded in glass, I mean, not even my cell phone has signal in there. So I've got to try to, wire it with, I've got the Ethernet right here. I got 100 foot of Ethernet, so I'm going to run it to that room.
Good.
And then I'm going to put a modem, or not a modem. What's the thing that shoots it out? What router in that room? And then I should have a ton of signal and be able to go back. Yeah, good job.
I'm impressed.
My show's back in there. 'Cause it's just a pretty fish room.
Right.
But I do plan on taking all my lower tanks out and redoing them and just using glass bottom tanks for the lower rows, because I have a bad back and I have a really hard time taking care of the the things on the lowest racks. So I think it'd just be easier to keep fry and grow them out on the bottom.
I want to, obviously I got to buy a house first. Big step. But right now I have 2 levels on the rack that have tanks and a third one that's mostly storage. Which having that third one for storage is great. And, I only have to climb the ladder to get up there when I need something out of storage. That's fine. But when I set up the middle rack, the middle shelf on the rack, I should say, I left too much room between the middle and the bottom. There's a lot of wasted space. So I have to get up on a step stool to get into the middle level shelf tanks, which is a pain in the butt. I would much rather bring that shelf down lower so that I don't have to. And then I could probably put in, I actually have the parts, I could add a shelf in there. And I'd only be able to do 2.5s, but that's perfectly fine for me. Or maybe I could do one like low boy wide tank. Or 2.
I love those low boys. They're so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Me too.
And it would make it a lot easier for me to get to 2 shelves of tanks, and I would be able to gain an entire shelf that I could use for tanks and still keep my storage. So that's what I want to do for this rack once I buy a house. I'm not going to take it apart while I'm still here. I'm not going to be here that much longer, I hope. And then the other thing I want to do is I still have cinder blocks and 2x4s that I painted from my very first rack that I had when I lived downstairs. And I want to use that for yet an additional rack and just one level that is the perfect height for me. So I could gain that also. And then my tiny rack it's just slightly wider than a 10-gallon, but it's 3 shelves. I want to do away with the bottom one, or maybe just use it for a blackworm culture, because it sucks. Like I gotta lay on my stomach to look in the tank. So I'd rather use that for maybe a blackworm culture and only use the top 2 for tanks.
That was my problem with my racks. I put like my 40 breeder rack is like the bottom tank is like 3 inches off the ground, so you just cannot see in it without getting down like that.
Yeah, exactly. But I think setting up the additional one, adding the shelf to this one, and then once I get a house, I do want to have a couple big tanks. But I think that would be perfect for a fish room. I really don't think I need much more than that. It would gain what I can do tremendously. I'll be able to have a lot more 2.5s. I'll be able to have some 20 longs, which I really want, and some 40 breeders and 60 breeders. And I'll be set. I think that would be the perfect setup for me. And then expand on my air loop, of course.
How many tanks do you dedicate towards your killies?
A lot. Right now I'm actually at a low point because I took a lot to the Clash and put a lot in the auction there. So I'm working on building it back up a bit. But right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 11 or 12 right now that are just killies. But
and with the killies, do you just with killies, do you just keep a pair in, or do you keep a group, or how's that? I've never done, the only killies I've ever done is American flag fish, and they're different.
I do usually I do pairs or trios. Yeah, that's what the bulk of them are. 1 or 2 tanks are fry or juveniles right now. And then I actually also have two or three that are singles that lost their spouses. So
That's the worst.
yeah. Then I usually just take them and put them in I have a small tank in my office at work, so I usually put the singles in there and let them live out the rest of their life. So let me catch up in chat real quick here. Let's see here. John McKenzie, welcome. And Tara Johnson's here. She's a nice lady. Mr. V, hello, welcome. Big Cat, hello. Alice Sean, have I received the tank from Victoria? I have not. I won a 7.1 gallon rimless tank on the Garden of Eaters channel from Victoria Lee Creates. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it, but...
What size did you say that was?
7.1.
That's interesting. What's the dimensions on something like that?
No clue.
I wonder if that's a bookshelf one.
It sounds like it'd be something like that.
I think it's kind of like a cube. I think it's more of a cube tank, like a one of the low iron rimless ones. Mountain Greenery, welcome. Lady R, hello. Kelly Foreman, my head is on fire, always. Rainer Trofer, welcome. And all right, there we go. Caught up. I forget what I was about to say.
Well, I got a question for Blake.
Oh boy.
You know how you said that you like to pick up the fish that you feel sorry for at the auctions?
Unfortunately, yep.
I do the same. What is the fish that you most regret that you wish you could find a new home for, like somewhere else in your room right now?
Try to think. Probably this one I didn't necessarily get at an auction, but we had a club member pass away a couple months ago, and I went with somebody. We cleaned out the stuff from his fish room, and we ended up they're like, oh hey, we don't want these fish, so you can take them home. So I have a 55 with just a bunch of their stuff. There's this wild betta. I'm not exactly sure what the species is, but I just really like to get rid of that thing because I don't know what it is. They look so similar. It's huge though. It's like 5+ inches.
Oh,
it's
wow.
huge. Yeah.
Wow.
And I know it's in just a tank with a bunch of random South American cichlids, so I'd really like to get rid of that one.
I know which one it is.
It can hold its own.
What's that?
I
Scott?
got Coptodon Kodiak, and I got rid of them now, but they were freaking spawning like crazy, and big groups of 50 and 60 fry. And I'd go through and I'd empty out the whole entire tank, take out the whole scape, get every single one of them. So I thought, take them to the auction, come home and find one. And then I find one, then another one would show up, then another one. Every single time I thought I got them all.
Were you breeding those in a pair, or were you group spawning those?
No, that was a pair. I have
Snyder Eye. I have Snyder Eye, and I have 10 of them. And I have a pair that definitely breeds, but then I come down an hour later, the eggs are gone. I'm guessing with it being such a big colony, the other ones are just picking them off.
Be lucky. Be glad. You may have gotten them from me because I had the Snyder Eye after the Cody eggs. I thought, all right, let me try a different one. Maybe they'll be a little less crazy. And no, so I bred them a couple times and shipped them out too. Same exact thing. Yeah, that was a tough one. I don't like them cichlid things.
You like those Hemicromis exuls you got, don't you?
Yeah, I actually took pictures. I got to get a new light. The light's going on that, but I did take some pictures. I want to send them to you and see if you think I have a pair or not. But they're starting to get big. Surf City's here. Hi, Surf City. Welcome. Paul Sotera. Yep, I got your registration. Thank you for registering for the clash. Look forward to meeting you. Let's see here. Keith is here. Hello, welcome. Keith registered today to be a vendor at the Keystone Clash. He's going to have not one, but 2 vendor spaces. So he's going to have a lot of good stuff there. That's
I'm going to be
exciting.
making an order from him very
Nice.
soon.
That's good. And Fish Rumors here. Hello, welcome. Yep. Kelly
Rumor.
Foreman's going to be a speaker at the Keystone Clash, but even our speakers do need to register utilizing that free discount code so that we can account for all of our peeps, all of our wonderful peeps, and make sure we have enough shirts and goodie bags for them as well. And Paul, that is not porno music, it's relaxing music.
It's one of those streams, Paul.
Let's see.
Well,
here.
now we know what type of porn Paul likes.
And Skipper's here. Hello, Skipper. Welcome.
Skipper's coming down to CCY on Saturday, he said.
I heard that. And I
Nice.
think Lefty might make the voyage. He was talking about it
Very cool.
the other day.
That's a long haul for Lefty.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That CCY attracts people from all over the country. And let's see here. I brought Cody Young to all the local clubs. Yeah.
Shot infected them all.
Yeah.
I never actually got them before, and I just never, I don't know, I never won them in a bid, never acquired them from anybody. That's one species that's been around that somehow never managed to get into my fish room.
Lucky. Tara, unfortunately, I cannot make it. I have to work.
Lies.
I have to work. And to make matters worse, not only do I have to work for that, but I think it's the following weekend, the Killing Fish Club that I hardly ever get to go to is having a meeting, which is exciting in itself. And guess where it is?
It's in Wilmington,
minutes.
Delaware.
2 minutes
I
down
saw
the road.
that.
The location that I went to my very first ever Killifish meeting. 2 minutes down the road, and I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, we actually went to the last one they had up at Jack Lafayette's place.
Yeah, that looks good too.
I was disappointed there was no Killies in the auction.
What?
There was like 3 bags of plants. That was it.
Oh, that's a shame.
It was.
Matt's here, welcome. And oh no. Let's see here. Alright. Keep on scrolling. Oh boy. Geek Boy's here. Geek Boy was the first person to purchase a sponsorship today, I think. First or second.
So did he get in before CCY?
What's that?
Did he get in before I got the best cichlid for CCY?
I'm not sure. That's why I
close.
started to say maybe the second one. But thank you, Geek Boy, for purchasing a sponsorship for Kelly Foreman. Very nice. Matt spelled my name wrong, but I forgive him. He has a good point that I adjusted my settings. And the wonderful DD, aka Mrs. Claus, is here. Welcome. Let's see here. And Luke is here. Luke, I meant to text you, but I've completely forgot. The plants are accounted for, not in my possession. They're still in the USPS possession. The interesting thing is, the mailman showed up to my apartment building, used the code that he has provided to come into the building and put the mail in all the mailboxes, which is right above where the packages get left. For some reason, though, he could not access where the packages go and took the package home with him. So even though he entered the building and distributed the mail, he couldn't enter the building to drop off the package. So maybe tomorrow, because this was last Friday.
Or maybe he wanted some plants for his aquarium.
God bless him. Yeah. So, I mean, at least we know they're still in existence, and maybe there's a chance. All right. All kinds of people saying hi. That's nice. And when will show class sponsorships be up? A couple months. At least 1 month. We got to finalize the list. We're having a meeting in, 2 weeks, I think?
Not this coming Sunday, next Sunday.
Yeah, 2 weeks we're having a meeting, and we're going to finalize the list, hopefully, and start opening that up. Dee Dee, thank you. I appreciate that compliment. I don't know if they're at the mailman's house, but I don't know where they are. Porno music and the mail's package in the box. What the heck? Hey, I mean, Matt, you got 35 people in here, so whatever. That's a good number, you know?
Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Kelly named the Keystone Clash Clashy, which I think is a great name and a great idea. And I think we need to design and have made a costume so that someone can walk around the Keystone Clash dressed as Clashy, our mascot.
I vote Skipper.
Yeah. Skipper loves dressing up.
See? See? Perfect. Eduardo's here. Hello and welcome. NEC auction is scheduled to be in March. Where's it going to be at? I heard it's going to be live. Blake, did you call Amazonas?
Ah, shit, no, I didn't.
It was in the morning show this morning that they were talking about it, and Skipper and Eduardo were there, and Skipper picked up on it and corrected Jess, but that's what was actually listed.
That's so weird.
You're going to be in New York.
Maybe they heard Cyclic Club of New York instead of York. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I know I sent those over to Janine a while ago.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hopefully your mailman isn't a plant guy. I ordered 2 copies of the book and somehow only got 1 to load. Jeez. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, the shipping world is terrible. And for all of those that are... Oh, awesome. Good. The website's being worked on. So the Fireside chat, good question, Skipper. Thank you, because we have doubled the amount that are here since when we first started, is a relaxing chat where I will have Blake as my co-chair for this stream and a not random, but a different person every week as our guest. So this week it's Chattanooga Ed. And we're just going to chat. We'll talk about the fish rooms and what's new, which is what we started out as. And then wherever it takes us, we talk about whatever, and we talk with the chat. And it's just a relaxing, friendly stream. And we'll still do the Saturdays where Skipper is my co-chair, or co-host, I should say. And that's going to continue to be about talking about clubs. Fishy Mana's Clashy.
Oh, that could be dangerous. Let's do it.
Yeah. He's too short.
He'll make all the little kids cry. He'll hand them a balloon and let it go right before they get it.
Yeah, but Scottie, the smaller the costume, the cheaper it's going to be to get. I think we should do it.
And Fishy Man can see eye to eye with the kids.
We just can't let him talk to the kids.
Mm-mm.
Can you make it a big crab?
That's possible.
I can picture with a fishtail. A fishtail with a crab hat.
See,
hey, why not?
It's a good thing we got Craft Ed in the panel.
Speaking of, I saw those shrimp you made. That's really impressive. I didn't realize you did that much stuff. That was really cool.
Well, was that from this week?
I think you were with,
or just last week?
I don't know. It was a repeat, or a rewatch.
Well,
it was like the yellow one or a red one, or yellow one and a red one. I saw you did.
The one you did with Shelby.
I just made a blue one.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
And then the yellow one. And Shelby's coming back, and we're gonna make scapes for him.
Oh, nice.
So I need to go somewhere and find a lightweight scape, or housing for it.
I saw
cool.
The clay you use is on sale somewhere online. Look at that.
Very cool.
Hopefully, you put a lot more into the Flash.
That's what I was going to ask, if he's going to put him in the art class.
Yeah.
No, not those. Those I think we're going to be giving away on our
Okay.
shows. I don't know if we're going to do it on the Garden of Eden or do one on each or both on mine or whatever. I don't care. But I've already started. Well, actually, I completely made one for the Clash already, but then I ended up donating it to Dr. Anthony's Peru fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
And that got made $200, which was crazy.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I threw a hat in with it because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so much, because I've got the Fish Mafia hats, and I was shipping 2 different packages because somebody won just like a normal fish from one of my other shows, and they got the hat, but I can't remember who. So nobody ever thanks me for getting a bonus hat. But oh well. So now I got to send a hat to Kenny.
Oh, sorry. Long Family Shoal is here. Welcome. They registered for the Clash using one of the 5 gifted, donated registrations from Keystone Clash to Fish Fam Christmas. And so they are all registered. Daniel Velez, welcome. Lefty's here. We were just talking about you, Lefty. Lefty, are you going to the CCY swap? All right. Eric Wyrock as Clashy. That's a good idea.
Oh,
does he get to wear the Rico pants over it?
That'll make the parents keep the kids away.
Right. Let's see.
That's definitely one memory that just won't leave my brain from this Clash. Like, at that point, I wasn't familiar with the YouTubers, didn't know who anybody was. And I see this dude walking by with like another dude's face, and I recognized Rico's face because he sent me the logo for the hospitality suite that he sponsored. And I was like, what the hell? And then I saw a woman walk by, like, where are people getting these? Like, it was crazy. That'll just never leave my head.
Nice. And Dee Dee has never seen you before.
She was Mrs. Claus, right?
Yeah.
She did a really good job.
Yes, she did. Best looking Mrs. Claus I've ever seen. Let's see here. Scottie Nona, welcome.
Oh, look. I like how you blow their things up so you can see their little images. I didn't know it. She had 2 cats.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got Ed all excited.
I know, right?
Cats!
And Ed, that is a nice hat.
I owe him one of these hats really bad. So hopefully I get it out like either tomorrow or Wednesday. I've been saying that for a month now.
And Lefty is thinking about going to the swap.
Nice.
He came to our summer swap, too.
Yep.
Cool.
Eduardo, I did get your registration, but even though you registered at 12:01, you were not the first because someone did it right at 12.
What?
Yes.
Was it cat boots?
Yeah. Well, boots, cats, boots,
You mean
cat.
Cat
boot
boots.
cat?
Yes.
Wrong letter. She did that live while we were talking to her. That was awesome.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was. She actually did the form before 12 and went to the cart at 12. But,
And look, Eduardo's eating spaghetti in his picture.
Oh,
They could
I was like, what
share
the hell is he talking
that
about?
image.
I was a little nervous. Anyway, Scottie Nona says, not to be confused with the spaghetti that Eduardo has. Talked with my husband today about booking everything. Perfect. That is exciting.
Awesome.
And yep, Skipper and Navy Lefty. Oh, that's funny. Oh, here's something good to know. For those that go to the Clash on that Thursday, let it be known that Old Village Inn Restaurant has wing night on Thursday.
Scotty, we're gonna have to stop setting up for like a dinner break then. If there's gonna have a wing night there,
Hey, I'll go with you guys. That'd be
Sweet.
awesome. I'll be there.
definitely. Scotty's paying.
I went to that windmill place last Thursday, or the Thursday last year, and then I found out about the wings, and I was like, oh well.
Where's Old Village Inn at? Does anyone know? Keith?
I think it's like 5 minutes. I think if you go straight down the road, isn't it that like bar right there?
Yeah,
sounds
it
good,
is.
though.
It's right on the corner.
I like it.
We could walk almost. I wouldn't even.
Oh no!
5 minutes walking.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a shame.
now is okay. I don't want to offend Scottie Nola, but is that the same Nola dolls?
No, that's Nona. This is Nona. This is Scottie Nona with an N.
Huh?
And then Nola is
Oh,
N-O-L.
you're right. I was thinking she just changed her name to Spaghetti, added
No.
spaghetti to it.
No.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I've seen you for a long time. I just thought you were somebody else the whole time. But I'm sure you're just as cool.
Yeah.
You got cats.
All right, so it's right down at the intersection. Good to know. Good to know. Are we having
Yeah, I would-
breaks between speakers so people can get lunch? So this year, we are adding the number of speakers, and we are going to have some panel chats where we'll have anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 people that are going to be doing a chat. Some of the chats might be during lunch, but it's going to be a situation where, like, okay, you got a quick break to go and grab some food, bring it back with you, and listen to the chat. Or maybe the speaker before or after isn't your cup of tea, so you eat then, and then don't eat during the panel chat that you want to be at. Or you can skip the panel chat altogether. This year, there's going to be a lot of options. So you got to be really creative if you want to catch every single talk in every single panel chat. It's possible, but you got to be creative. But there's going to be options. We're going to have so many different topics, different types of speakers, and the panel chats. Excuse me. Some of them are going to be nerdy, geeky type talks, panel chats. Others are going to be just a crap load of fun. The same for the talks. I mean, you're going to hear about loaches farting, and then you're going to hear about plecos. And breeding of plecos, and CO2, and plants, and rainbow fish. I mean, there's just going to be so much this year. So I wouldn't necessarily say there's going to be any breaks for lunch, but there's going to be opportunities for you to eat if you want to.
The nice thing is we have that option to get that like hotel provided cater cart that we can bring out too, so you don't have to like drive to go get anything.
Exactly. So every day, well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the hotel is going to have a large cart, like a food booth type thing. And if I remember correctly, they're going to have like hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos.
It's really good food too.
Yes,
it's not
it was
expensive.
really good food. So those of you that were at the Clash when the gun show was going on, it's going to be that food cart.
Yeah, during the auction. That's what we had then.
Yep, exactly. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday from like 11 to 1, it's going to be set up. And that's your opportunity to get some food, or, maybe bring some snack bars or something like that. Depending on what you want to see, who you want to hear talk, and everything like that.
I had so much fun at the Clash last year. I was running in circles the whole time. I didn't even have time to hear one of the speakers.
Same
I didn't,
for me.
and this is like my fun convention because I work the others, and so I just got to have fun, and I had so much fun I didn't get to enjoy everything. So you're just gonna have so much stuff for people. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talks. It's the attendance went up last year, and just a lot more people. A crap load of people from the Fish Fam, and so we needed to expand. We needed to get more speakers, and we needed to get some speakers from the Fish Fam. And the more and more I dug into it, the more and more I realized we are not just people that stream and chat. There is so much knowledge that many of the members of the Fish Fam have, and they keep it a secret, I think. A lot of them. I mean, who knew that Kelly Foreman's a doctor and was a professor teaching this stuff? I knew she was smart. You watch any Monday night stream on Steven's channel where she's there talking about plants, and she's smart. And then you go on Facebook to the Rainbow Fish Facebook page, and who's the head moderator there? Kelly Foreman. I mean, she is just a wealth of knowledge. And then Jason from Primetime, he's a professor also. And we know how smart John is. And, Jennifer Williams, we've had her many times. She's not only a great friend, asset, and resource, but she's extremely knowledgeable and does great talks. And then Andreas. We have someone from Germany coming to the Keystone Clash who has a Pleco named after him. That's pretty cool.
He wasn't going to let you not have him speak at the Clash. I don't think there was any way we could say no to Andreas.
True story. True story.
And I think Jen won the top American scaping competition last year.
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably done it a dozen times,
right?
Maybe 24 times over her life. Yeah.
And then, I feel
speaking of Jen, aren't Ed and Lefty going to be interviewing her here soon on their channel?
Yeah.
Oh yes, we are. Well, that's on Lefty's show, and I'm super stoked. And I got to remember when that is because I don't think it's a Friday.
I thought it was like 15th, or is it like towards the end of the month?
I think it's
okay. I was like starting to have a heart attack that it was like in the next hour.
No.
Like, oh my gosh, I need to find out.
I think it's next Friday at 4. Is what rings a bell to me, but I could be wrong. And then who else we got? I think I named all the two speakers. Sorry if I missed anyone. Let's see. Blake, I feel lied to. The thing I was looking for isn't on the site yet. No, it is not.
I told you all the information I knew, Lefty.
I don't know which thing he's talking about, but
he wanted to sponsor everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you mention Bentley?
Bentley Pasco. Thank you. See, I knew I'd missed someone.
I don't think you said Dan's Fish either, did you?
No.
Oh,
my God, Scottie. And you're just running this whole thing.
I know. I knew I was going to miss
schmucks people on the side.
I knew I was going to miss people. So, I mean, Bentley, coming all the way from the other side of the country, as well as Dan's Fish, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. There's going to be so many options. And then what if there was a panel chat, in addition to the talks, but a panel chat with, let's say, Dan, Bentley, and Kelly Foreman. They could talk about plants and rainbow fish. And then what if Jason and John brought their spouses, who are also hobbyists, amazing hobbyists? What if there was a panel chat with Jason and Joanna from Primetime and John and Lisa from KGE. KG Tropicals. I had an Ed moment. But Can you imagine those panel chats? It would be amazing. Beta Aquatics, welcome. Or Aquatics. I like Aquatics.
That's how I read it.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's see here.
Meta needs to win one of those logos from somebody so that there's more than just a B. When I see it this big, it looks more boring. I'm sorry. There we go. There's some flash.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here. All right. Matt has no gun show.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Go Lefty.
Hold on. Let's make sure he did it right.
Yeah, really.
Let's see. It's loading. Oh, I think some other people did some stuff too. I got a few notifications here. Oh, what is this one? Kelly Foreman now not only has one sponsorship, but two.
Hell yeah.
Eric Wyrock, who must be lingering in the background, has also sponsored her. That's
awesome.
Exciting. And what is this? I don't know what that is, but we'll go back to that later. And let's go back to orders. And do I have one from Lefty? Yes, what in the world?
What do you do? Sponsor 17 of them again right out the gate?
He did something more than one. Oh, and we have our first Fish Show sponsorship. Thanks to Lefty. Thank you so much. Best of Show for the 2023 Clash is sponsored by Lefty. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's the second one. CCY sponsored Best Cichlid.
Crap. I keep forgetting. That's the second time.
Now, Scottie, if
Yeah.
I make a trophy for like the YouTuber that gets the most wins that's not in the club, is that allowed to be in there or not?
That's on my list of things to discuss at our meeting in 2 weeks with the committee.
I mean, if he's willing to make the trophy, why not, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you know.
If you could like tell me the weight and height of the ones, because they were pretty cool. I don't remember. I don't want to make something bigger, you know, but I want to make sure that it's legit.
So what are you thinking? You're thinking a trophy for the YouTuber that has the most entries, or the best, the YouTuber's Choice Award? Like, what are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking YouTuber that wins the most fish, that brings fish to the show.
So wins and brings are two different things.
Well, okay, the chick from Super Cichlids that won, yeah, she won best of her club for having, is it because she had the most? Oh,
she won both.
It's like okay. Well,
So-
she was a bad example.
So there's two.
Yeah, but-
there's actually two club trophies. There's one for the club that has the most entries, and then there's a club award for the club that has the most points. So like you get points like on each fish. So it's like how does that one work, Scotty? Is it like points based off of bronze, silver, and gold, or is it points like how much are added up on your fish? I think it's bronze, silver, and gold.
I honestly don't know.
Whatever's
That's Mike's
easiest.
thing.
I would like to do it for the fish and whatever's easiest. So it's, you know, but I think it would be cool to try to get more YouTuber people, you know, Fish Fam to enter fish too, because I think it's really neat.
It is written down in my notes for the meeting on 14th.
Scotty's got so many notes. I don't know how you keep track of it all.
And I know exactly what I'm going to do right now.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah, we'll figure something out. We just gotta figure out the logistics. All right. Has a pleco named after him, but has anyone actually seen it? Yes, there is actually a local fish store. So when Andreas was here in Pennsylvania, last September, he went with Callie, Super Fish Nerd, to a fish store in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and one of those or I don't know if it was one, but that fish store had that species pleco in their store.
But if you were at the Clash last year too, it's my hands down my favorite picture from the Keystone Clash. You have Andreas Tonke standing there, Josh Cunningham having a bag of Panicolas Tonkei, and then a Sam Scales with a picture of it. It's my favorite picture, hands down. It's all three of them together. One's got the drawing, one's got the fish, and then the guy who described it. Like, I thought that's just the coolest thing ever.
That was this year?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to send that over to you if I can find it again.
I might have it.
I know Josh Cunningham posted it on Facebook.
Let me see if I have it right here. Let's see here. There's Andreas. There's Sam. But there's no fish.
He did post another one down at, or I think it was it OCA? Whatever show was like right after ours. He did it, but he didn't have the fish with him. But at ours, he actually has the bag with the fish in it.
I don't have it in our collection.
Let me find that and send that over to you quick.
Yeah, I don't have it. All right, let's see here. Scuba Stevo, hello, welcome. Okay, Andreas might be a vendor as well. He
was last year, wasn't he?
No.
Oh, was he just staying behind somebody else's? Because he was like with those stickers. He was telling me all about those stickers.
Huh. I don't know if he had all of his stuff with him or not.
The pleco stickers. He had like a. Oh well, who cares?
Just send it over to you, Scottie.
All right, let me figure out how to get it.
Oh, he had a really cool pleco T-shirt also, but he didn't have it in anything bigger than a large.
Oh, I just saw Lefty send it to me too.
Oh wow! All right, let's see here. So now we go over here, and I hit this button, then I hit this button, then I hit this button, and then this button, and then this button. There it is. So that's Andreas from Germany and Sam's drawing of his pleco, and Josh Cunningham, a vendor, with a bag of his plecos. That's awesome.
Oh, Alishon corrected me on that. He did not describe it. Yeah, he's right. You don't name a fish after yourself if you describe it.
That was my backdrop in the back too. I've already put it in my new fish room.
Nice.
We'll take another trip.
Oh, are we going to lose internet signal?
No, because this room hasn't been built up yet.
Oh, okay. And while you're heading in that direction in your mansion, Lefty has corrected that the stream that you and Lefty and Jennifer Williams and Carrie Science Gal Aquatics is the 20th at 4:30.
That's a really cool banner.
Hold on, let me make you big. Oh, that's me.
That's you. You'll get there.
And there's
yeah, that's Scottie again.
There we go.
There it is.
That's as big as.
And I've got duckweed in some of my tanks.
Oh,
I got it in mine too.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need a goldfish. Look at that.
I'm gonna
really
get one. Like I think on Wednesday from Raft. River Life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to his house and he's going to give me the one that won some big tournament down in Florida.
Nice. All right. Where was I? Let's see here. Okay, we said that. Tara's being mean to me.
That never happens.
Until there's documentation from multiple sources, there may not be plecos in any tanks. May not be plecos in any tanks. I'm not sure what they're talking about. I think Callie and Scottie were. I I wasn't with him at this one. It was just Callie and Andreas. I had to run home for something. I forget. Oh, it was my stream. That's what it was. I had to come home to do my stream, and they went to the fish store. I think that's what it was, something like that. All right. Hi, Zen Ginger. Welcome. Edge rubbing off on Scottie. Thank you again, Lefty. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. What is Skipper saying to Eduardo? I don't know. I missed something. That's fine though. Can't keep up. Chat is hot, but we got 46 people in here. Probably because Ed's here.
That makes sense.
No, you're awesome, Scottie.
The
And so are you,
registration
Blake.
didn't do so well.
Thanks, Ed.
I had to redo it on my desktop. Oh no. Sorry about that, Paul. I will see what I can do. What are you what's that thing called? A Droid or an Apple? Just so I know, and I will work on that as well. We're doing it a whole different way this year with the forms and the registration. Every year we're improving on it, but it's frustrating because there's information we need to capture, there's stuff we need to have, but we also want to be able to export it in a way that we can work with it and get the data that we need when we need it. So it's definitely a challenge, and every year we're working on improving the forms, not only for the registrations, but also for the vendors. In the last 24 hours, which is all it's been open for, we've had some glitches, but we've quickly resolved them, and we are continuing to work on it. Let's see here. Okay. Keith's going to be working to win. I like it. I will own class I enter. Nice.
What do you enter it in, Keith?
Yeah, what do you put in there?
I know he does a lot with like some Gudaians and other live bears, so I'm excited to see what he brings.
Yeah. Probably
Nice.
Gudaians. He has some nice Gudaians. All right.
I'm going to bring probably 3 or 4 types myself.
Nice. And some artwork.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And I'm going to bring a saltwater sculpture this time too. I've already almost completely finished it. So.
And that's a very
Pretty
good
excited.
a very good segue that we opened it up we've never not been open to saltwater, but we did a little bit of a push this past year. We did have 1 or 2 saltwater vendors. We actually had more that signed up and paid. They just didn't show up.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 that just never came.
Yeah. But they paid, so whatever. Thank you for your donation. But this year we're gonna do an even bigger push.
Especially with that frag swap not happening in Lancaster the same weekend.
So that fish place in Lancaster is not having a frag swap, and I want us to have a frag swap. We are in position to do it. It's already on the vendor registration form. They can get the hobbyist spot or a vendor spot, whichever suits them better. And we are going to push to have it be a little salty.
Now, I've got a question for you, Scottie.
Okay.
Is there any type of deal now I'm not saying deal, but package for people, let's say, that are in Philadelphia that just want to do just the sideshow or the vendor's room? Is there any type of thing?
Yes.
Or do they have to buy a big package?
Nope. You can come for one day. Well, there's a couple options. There's the day package, but that's really not a good deal. To be perfectly honest with you, the day package is not a good deal. You're better off getting the full package. But let's say you're only coming for a day and some of the perks that you get with the full package you don't care about, and you're tight on cash and you just want to pay that, I think it's like $55. There you go. There's a $55 day package. It gets you some of the stuff. But I say it's not a good deal because you don't get a shirt, you don't get the goodie bag. Those two things combined have a value of over $100, which is what the registration costs for a full weekend. Now, let's say you're not going to go in the hospitality room, you don't want a goodie bag, you don't want to see the speakers, you just want to go to the vendor room and the fish show. $5 at the door.
So people in the Philadelphia area that are saltwater people,
yep,
this would be a great place to go.
Exactly.
Or if you're a member of either club, it doesn't cost you anything to get in.
Right. If you're a member of CCY or ACLC, it's free for the vendor room. Just
right, right.
All right. They're working on a wing run. Nice. All right.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's a nice towel.
Yeah, it is.
But now, see, we have nice towels, but guess what Blake and the CCY have? They have what is it? The hospital tank card or what are those?
Oh, little like quarantine notebook.
Yeah, they have a quarantine notebook.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Scotty. That microfiber towel is a lot cooler than a little quarantine book.
Let's see here. Yeah, it was described by biologists and scientists, and he actually talks about it in his talk about others came to him saying, we want to name this after you. He was not a part of that process.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's even a big honor, too.
Exactly. Yeah. It was other people, organizations, I'm not that familiar with them, but they came to him wanting to name it after him because of the work he did in the research. Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see here. They're talking about the wings still. Blake, who's your February speaker?
William Garden Paris Jean, I think is how you say his name. Local guys know him as Chance. He's a real big Episto guy. He's not. Yeah, he did an Episto talk for us about 3 times, but he doesn't really keep too many fish anymore, if anything now. But he wants to do a talk he made on filtration systems this time. So I've seen his Episto talk a couple times. It's really good. So I'm sure this will be a good talk too.
Did you do a Facebook event for that so that when I make the PowerPoints for ACLC and help Callie with the BCAS one, we can include it in our PowerPoint?
Not yet, because we still have we'll wait till after the swap and then we do it. We always do it after the current meeting. So we'll do it after January's swap.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see here. What is that? Spaghetti. Scottie Nona had spaghetti for dinner.
Oh, I thought that was a fish in a bag for a second.
I could see that.
Blake,
but yeah, that's the same little symbol I say hi to.
Oh, Scotty, why would you say that? That's a terrible thing to say. Tell me to control my wife. She scares the piss out of me.
Look at this. Good grief. Oh,
damn.
Coming at those killy people. Awesome. Nice. Awesome. I have a room full of Gadiad species with locations. That is amazing. But we'll win with an endemic killy also. Big fatty with nice color.
If you get any species of fish and you have a location attached to it, please keep that with that fish. It is so important to keep that location.
Yeah,
it is with all the endlers, or not endlers, all the Gadiads. because they might look the same, but they're actually a different fish, from the streams that maybe someday they'll get to go back to.
Yeah, and sometimes they get re-described as something else because of the location code.
Yeah, that's what happened with Xenotoka Eisen. Now it got split into 3 species.
Yeah, what he said.
You have them. Oh no, you have Dodrio, why don't you?
Yes, I have that thing, San Marcos.
Yeah.
Yep, over there. Keith, this year we are going to be charging $5 to enter the vendor room if you don't have a registration or if you're not a member of one of the clubs. So if you have a day package, a YouTuber package, a full registration, a vendor upgrade, or a member of CCY or a member of ACLC, you're in the vendor room for free. If you don't have any of those things, you pay $5. And the reason for that is we want to track how many people are coming in that aren't one of those things, that don't have a registration, so that we can tell our vendors, hey, not only do we have 200 registered people, but in this year, and then this year, we want to continue doing it, we also get about this many walk-ins, because we want to make sure it's worthwhile and what we're charging is the right price based on the attendance. And so that's why we're doing it. A simple round number, $5. Would it be easier to do 10? Yeah, but that's too much. We want to do, we want to keep it as cheap as we can and, as easy as possible. We don't want to make it like $3 where we got to give change probably.
Yeah.
$5 is a lot easier. And that's why we're doing it.
That's a good deal too, because people are paying $10 for ACLC swap too.
Yep. You go to a swap meet, there's a good chance you're paying more than $5.
I will say CCY's is free to get in. Ours is a lot smaller, but it is free.
But
you guys put that towards the Aquatic Life Fund too. That's a really good program you guys have.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, I will say our shirts are extremely comfortable. They're the same material that the Clash shirts were this past year. Extremely comfortable shirts made by Jennifer Williams.
Yes. All right. Good grief, chat is hopping. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here.
Oh, Larry D. If Larry D comes, I told him if he would do a live stream and taste some of his super hot chilies, I would try one. And I am a big, big, big wimp. So I might be crying for hours.
Nice. Well, you can bring your ACLC towel to wipe your tears.
There you go.
Or my tongue off.
Hey, there's Larry D.
Yep, that's why I mentioned it, because I saw him here.
And I never know with you. Sometimes you bring up some random stuff.
Yep. I found out that the ALA is in Kalamazoo this year.
Yes.
So I don't think I'm going to go to the ALA this year.
Keith, that's a very good point. Absolutely.
Yeah, I could not think of lions out to save my life, but yeah, definitely. They were all the red-tailed Gudeian or red-tailed splatefin, whichever one you want to call them, and then they got separated.
Aha! Lori brings up a very good question. What's involved if you get the YouTuber package? So, from our standpoint, the biggest thing is if you have over 500 subs and you mention the Clash, you promote the Clash 1, 2, 3 times a month, it helps us. It's advertising for us. And having over 500 views, you typically have a pretty good audience. So it's a marketing strategy for us. So that's why we do it. Now, to make it worthwhile to you, you get a discount. And on top of that, you get access to a streaming area if you want to do a live stream, or not even a live stream, you just want to do some recording, or you want to do some interviews, whatever floats your boat, you'll have access to that area. And also, we will promote your channel as well. So there's a couple different ways to look at it. Me neither, Lefty. Me neither.
I'm dreading it.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate it. It helps us a lot. It's another thing. We're just trying to do some better record keeping of who we have, and it helps us better prepare to make sure we have plenty of shirts for everybody, goodie bags, and all that stuff.
I've met Jake in real life.
I have not.
I
But
haven't
heard
met
he's a nice
Fat
guy.
Kitty. He is a very nice guy. He didn't push me down or anything.
That's very sweet of him. Very generous.
I mean, who did that to you?
I don't
Yeah.
know, but I imagine that'll be the first guy I don't like when they push me down.
Here's another person you like.
Yes, and John, we're going to try to get him to come up there with us.
Well, he's going to be there. I don't know if he's going to travel with you, but he's going to be there because he registered.
Oh, awesome.
Does the
Nice,
monthly
John.
class mention need to be a standalone about the class, or can it be as part of the other content? No, as part of the other content. You don't have to do, I mean, if you're willing to, please, yes, do a stream about the clash. Absolutely. But no, no, we just want you to promote it in your streams. That's all we ask for. And it doesn't have to be every single one. If you can, please, that's great. But one is great. You know, 1 or 2 a month is what we're asking for.
Hell, I think Rico's been promoting the Clash ever since the last one ended.
Before then.
Yeah, since for 3 years now, he hasn't stopped.
What if a vendor is also a YouTuber but got the vendor package?
That's something we didn't even really discuss. I didn't even think about that.
No.
Add it to the list, Scotty.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, like Bex will be on that too, and I'm sure there'll be a couple other vendors that are YouTube people as well. I didn't even think about that.
We've been kind of thinking about doing a booth, but I was going to wait. When's the last possible date that you need for booths?
When it sells out.
Okay, how many do you have?
A lot.
A lot.
What
You got time.
I'm gonna have to wait to see if I have enough stuff, and then see if I can get a worker or two to work it, because I'm not gonna give up my precious fun time to do it. But I've got lots of relatives that would enjoy it, so I might do
Keith,
it.
give us a couple weeks and we'll get back to you on that one. That's a very good point. All right. Hi, Stephen P. Welcome. Never
Steven.
ever. Let's see here. Get tickets in a couple weeks. That's awesome, Larry. Thank you.
I pushed my brother out of the way of a speeding car once.
Out of the way, not in front of, right?
Right. He was
Okay.
like 3 years
Yeah.
old. And he just wandered out in front of a car that was going way too fast in the Red Lobster parking lot.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I've saved my brother's life twice.
And Clashy, my good friend Clashy here mentions that if your content is standalone, we will share it and promote it as well, which will help your channel. Very good point, Clashy. Thank you. Not sure what I would do without you. Geek Boy and Matt are always going at it with one another. I don't know about that, Kelly. Spokesmodel.
I got this really cool thing from Matt at the Keystone Clash last year.
And I got from
That's
Matt
cool.
just the other day. I already had the one that had my channel name on it and my logo, but I now also have a Fish Fam Link lanyard and
nice.
a Keystone Clash badge.
Wow.
So thank you, Matt.
Very nice.
Well, we didn't get anything from Matt, but Tara did manage to get some cool stuff from Mystery Snails Guardians at the class.
Oh.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think she might have you guys beat on that.
Was there a glitter bomb?
I think there was. I think she has another thing laying over there somewhere with a bunch of stuff.
No. I mean, like glitter bomb. Like you open the box and glitter goes everywhere.
Oh, I mean, it's highly possible. You would think by looking at it, but I thought the shirts everybody had on was cool.
No,
there was literally a glitter bomb, like a literal one. You had one?
I opened the pack. I got that same thing. I got a shirt and stuff from Annette, and I opened it up and glitter went everywhere.
That's amazing.
No, it's terrible. I'm still cleaning this shit up.
That's what's amazing. It didn't happen to us, so I think it's funny. I hate glitter like everywhere, but it didn't happen to me, so I can giggle about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I saved all the glitter. It's in a little bag. Maybe it'll go into an art project someday.
There you go.
There you go. Live stream or videos for Keystone Clash. Yes, we appreciate it. If anything. What is the code again? What code are you looking for, Eduardo?
If you start registration, and like early fish gets the worm or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Early fish gets worm.
There we
There
go.
it is. But you already registered, Eduardo. Are you doing more?
Maybe he can get a worm.
There you go. Get a worm. Not sure what they're talking about. Have a good night.
Pushing his brother.
Oh, okay. Ed, talk one of the Tennessee guys to come to the clash and pay them a small commission to sell your stuff. There you go, Ed.
Good idea.
I thought about it. I was thinking about maybe asking Scuba Steve even or somebody, but I've got a lot of family members I got to ask first. So.
Okay.
But because they might want. My whole family likes to make stuff. So, like if I take my nieces, they might bring some of their jewelry and stuff. And like my mom, and is there a category in the art thing for quilts in the arts and crafts? Because check out this awesome quilt she made me for Christmas.
That's cool. I mean, that would probably
Am I holding it right up?
That is really cool, though.
It is cool.
That would go in the 3D category.
I mean, it's so big, I don't know. And also, I don't know if I want to take it and get it messed up because it was a gift for me to put on. And I'm going to put it on the wall because I don't want the cats to mess it up. It's like the cats like to throw up on everything new.
Might be kind of hard to display at the Clash, too, unless you brought like something to hang it on. We'll
use that instead of the black drape for our pipe and drape.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, Lefty, if I'm available, I am always more than welcome to. More than willing, sorry. More than willing to is what I meant. Well, that's very nice, Gianna. Big Shrimpin', welcome. Fish Fan Badge is on the way, and Big Shrimpin' is registered for the Clash. And Big Shrimpin' is going to be at the CCY swap, I think.
Oh, that's right, he did say that. I remember that.
Yep.
Hope he can still make it.
Getting the good lanyards this year. Yeah, Blake, I've been getting a lot of complaints about our strings.
They didn't like our shoestrings that we ended up with?
No.
Yeah, that whole lanyard fiasco is something I just think we want to leave back in 2022. That was just not a good time. The wrong size badge holders came in, and we just did not have a good time with that.
They were so nice last year. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, and I was even on the committee, and I didn't get a nice lanyard like that. I got a shoestring.
I did not wear my nice lanyard. I was a team player and wore my shoestring because I didn't want glitter all over me.
That's fair.
I like the glitter.
I don't know what's going on with Skipper.
Oh, God. Yo, Skipper, you're getting that at some point, buddy.
Let's see here.
You weren't in the hospitality for that, Scotty. When he the whole, I don't even remember how it started. We were like in hospitality. Skipper like randomly gave Tara a Slim Jim, and then the whole weekend they're just passing the Slim Jim back and forth every time they see each other. Like, and now we ended up with it, and Skipper's getting it back at some point.
Nice. Yep, exactly. Select Pet. We do our best to make it worth your while.
Your keychain.
Like, do you live near Gettysburg?
I do. I actually work in Gettysburg. I'm like 20 minutes from Gettysburg.
I remember you telling me that you lived down there, and I thought that was pretty cool. Well, down there from that, I mean, it's up there for me. But I didn't know you worked there too. That's really cool.
Yeah, Tara and I talk about that a lot. Like, we just drive through like nothing, but like for people like on the other side of the country that are in the history at all, like I've already talked to people like Gettysburg's like a dream destination for them. I feel like we just like kind of take advantage of that living around the area.
I've never actually gone to any of the historic sites of Gettysburg, but there's a movie.
Been there 2 or 3 times.
Oh wow! There's a movie. There's a movie called Gettysburg. It's a reenactment of the.
Yep, I have it.
Huh?
I have it.
My aunt is in it.
Oh really?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Was she the one driving the white van?
No.
There's one.
She was just an extra in one of the scenes. But
They did pull a lot of locals. They pulled a lot of locals for that movie
Yes.
too. Let me see if I can find Tara's thing she's talking about.
I was working at the movie theater when that movie came out when I was in college. I think that was like in 1993 or 94.
Yeah, because I was a teenager, young teenager.
We have a big battlefield like that here in Chattanooga also. And I get that now. I get them both confused quite a bit, and I've been through both of them several times. Now, Scotty, if somebody visits where you live, not actually visits you, but goes to your aquarium, can you show them around the aquarium?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm there, obviously, and it's like just 1, 2, or 3 people, yes.
That's awesome.
If you let me know in advance, I can probably get tickets. Not always, but I can work on getting tickets, and I can. I have access either with a key card or a key to almost every single door of that building. Buildings. We have multiple buildings, but because we have.
Can we see your office?
Yeah, it's not much to see, but absolutely.
I want to see the Killy tank. That's the most exciting aquarium in the place.
I actually also have a shelf that has all of my different fish club awards on it.
Oh, nice.
Because I don't have
well,
any
that's
room
really awesome.
I don't have any room to keep them here.
That's great. I love that. Well, that's going to be my next dream place to go.
What day are you coming to the Clash?
I'm going to be going up on Wednesday.
Tara wants everybody to see the keychain she got too from Mystery Snail Guardians. I don't know if it's going to focus or not.
Oh, wow. I didn't get one of them. What the hell?
I guess you're just not as pretty as Tara.
True. All right, is the competition registration part up yet? No. If you're talking about the fish show, we don't open that up until July or August because unfortunately a lot can change in your fish room and with what you have and don't have in that much time. So we don't open that up until then. And in a few weeks, the aquascape will probably open up.
That's awesome.
There we go. If one person emails Matt to buy a badge today, he will also make Blake one for free.
That's awesome.
There's Shelby. Perfect timing as a reminder. In a half an hour, we all need to go to the Garden of Eaters live stream and see what's going on there. It's always a fun stream. and I do my best to make it every single week. And usually, not always, but usually, they have a giveaway. Even outside of Fish Fam Christmas, they're always doing a giveaway with really nice stuff. Like you buy orange Caradina shrimp from them. I have a short coming out about it any day now. I don't know when I'm doing it. But these things, they're Caradinas. Everyone says Caradinas are harder. Well, let me tell you, these damn things won't stop reproducing.
Wow, that's awesome.
They are, and they're keeping their color too. So it's beautiful.
This whole tank is dedicated to their shrimps.
Nice. All right. Do you all get someone to sponsor lanyards? It's a good way for companies to advertise. We have done something like that in the past. But getting sponsorships is harder and harder. Because who did the bags a few years ago? Like,
Zoomed.
Yeah, Zoomed donated our bags. And I think we've had donated lanyards in the past, haven't we?
Not that I can remember, unless somebody just like in a club or something just decided to buy them. But I personally don't remember.
So it was just the bags. My memory's bad. All right. What is Tara giving me a tour of? I don't know. Hi, Ricky.
I don't know. Oh, of Gettysburg,
Ricky.
she means.
Oh, Gettysburg.
Yeah, she works up there too. She knows Gettysburg a hell of a lot better than I do. She can pretty much give tours up there.
Oh, wow.
She can go from little round top to big round top in 5 minutes.
She probably could.
Oh, there we go. Eduardo's sister is now registered as well, he says.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Let's check out what's going on the registration page. You don't know how many times I check this thing a day sometimes. Oh, wow. All right. It's hopping. Thank you, everyone. So exciting. All right. There you go. You're getting a badge, Blake.
Oh, you are the man.
Nice. I lost my stream.
Crossing have not been to the center of the crossing reenactment yet. Oh boy. Yes, that's a very good point. Look at that, Skipper helping out the club.
Look at that.
Eduardo's sister lives in York.
Okay.
John, chances are when everyone's going to be at the Clash, I am not going to be at work if I have anything to do with it.
As soon as Scottie gets into work, he ain't gonna be leaving work.
Nope. I even took extra days off this year just so I could be away.
I did that too. I never took off the Monday, and I did that this year because coming back from Sunday, going right back to work is killer.
Yep. Exactly. All right.
Well, John, our job is to get Mitch and Robert to get to the Clash.
Now, what about Tanner?
I don't know. I'll ask Mitch, but first I got to get Mitch guaranteed, and then I think I can lock down his buddy. But John's going to see Tanner on Saturday at the Music City Club meeting.
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to make it or not because there's an awful lot of good football on. I know that sounds terrible, but if there's nothing to, if I don't like any of the football games, I'll be in Nashville for that meeting.
Matt, I'm going to predict a goal that we're going to need 300.
That's between vendors and everybody. I think we might even be lowballing it at this point, depending on how many people vendors bring. Because some of those vendor tables bring like 3 people to help them.
Yeah. So
they could bring mine. See, that's one that you don't have to worry about.
But Matt, I know you got some contacts and stuff like that. I was talking with Annette and Jenna today, and shoot me a message, and we'll see if we can't work something out and help you out and help us out as well. I appreciate it. Exactly. Blake, tell us about the swap and where it's going to be and give an address.
Off the top of my head, 5507 York Road in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. Don't remember the zip offhand, but this one I will say it's going to be smaller than our normal ones. Before we would do winter ones, and it was like a hardware store that didn't use the back half of their store in a nearby town called Shrewsbury. We could fit a lot of vendors here, and we're doing this at our normal clubhouse, but inside we can only fit 12 vendor tables. So it's going to be pretty small, and in the summertime we do it there, but we can have vendors outside too because it's warm. So I will say this is going to be a smaller swap than most of them, but I think it's only like 9 vendors because 3 people got 2 different tables. I'm trying to think who was at the Clash. That Veteran Aquatics, he was at the Clash. He'll be there. Small World Aquatics will be there. Was Jesse Chappell? Was he at the Clash last year? Just One More Fish, he calls himself.
I recognize the name, but
I can't remember if he was there or not.
Because when he texted me, I already had an open conversation with him today.
Yeah.
Let me scroll up and see what we were talking about.
But actually, this time around, a lot of the vendors that we have, I think about half of the vendors that are coming this time never were at one of our swaps before. Dragons, Axes, Sarah Markle, she'll be there with her axolotls. That she just recently started vending.
They were at the Clash.
Yep, that was her first big event, or first event in general, I believe, was the Clash. So she went bigger first time. But yeah, the other vendors are a lot of just local people.
Yeah, but that's how you get some rare, unique fish. And,
absolutely.
And healthy fish, you know?
Absolutely. I'd buy from a local hobbyist any day before going to a chain store.
And when is it and what time?
This Saturday, January 7th, and I think vendors can start setting up at 10 a.m. and doors open for the public at 11 a.m. Then it'll end around 4.
Nice. All right. Yeah, aquascaping contest is not open yet, but it will be. Give us a few weeks.
That is a hell of a deal too. I mean, even if you do just sign up to get the tank, throw some stuff together, that is a hell of a deal.
Yes, it is. But yeah, we do want it to be a good competition as well. Right. You know,
at least try.
Yeah.
I just had so much fun doing it.
Yeah. Kelly, we will be talking. I like that idea. Because we know you are brutally honest, Kelly. And thank you, Lori, for dropping the link for the Garden of Eden stream coming up at 9 o'clock. And Shelby, earlier, Alishon was asking about the tank that I won on your stream. Do you know anything about it? I don't know if you guys are sending it or if Victoria's sending it. And I also know the post office has been closed. Kelly's asking me about my water. That requires water testing. I'm allergic to that.
I haven't tested my water in probably 9 years probably.
Let's see here. There we go.
Yeah, my water test kit right here.
There you go. Looks like an API one.
Yes. And then if I ever do tests, though, I do test strips.
How do you like them?
Because I'm lazy.
How do you
like them? That's the reason why I pulled this out, was to check to see how good the sticks were. Mm-hmm. And I think the sticks run a little light on the pH, but everything else is pretty accurate. So, like if you have a pH of 6.5, it's saying 6. So it's like,
yeah,
half.
But one thing I look for when I do actually test my water is not necessarily what it's at, but the consistency. And if something I know is running too low, then I'll do something to get it up a little bit more and keep it consistent at that. Not necessarily what the exact number is. But I usually don't test my water that much. I read the tank, and if I got an algae bloom happening, I know something's wrong. If depending on what type of algae,
My favorite thing to do is actually test the water the fish come in with, just to see how different it is.
Yeah.
And like when Jesse from Hawaii sent me his fish, his guppies, the water was like identical to mine. It was so bizarre. But it's just fun. It's like one of those nerdy things I like to do.
Blake does not have a logo, unless he's hiding it from me.
No.
Aqua Garden Zen, welcome. And yes, I mentioned that earlier, Skipper. Skipper is a member of CCY and ACLC and is going to be at the swap, I believe.
Yeah, Skipper was one of 2 people that took advantage of that at the Clash, which, I mean, that's on us. We didn't really advertise it. George just kind of set it up, but I'd imagine we'll probably do that again this year, too, with the opportunity to sign up for both clubs for a discounted rate.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Thank you, Matt.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I will say, I've noticed, Tara and I talk about this pretty frequently, that it just seems like, I don't know if we're just that much, just so used to it, but I mean, I've lived in the same area for 26 years, and it just seems like it is not near as bad now as it used to be. Because as a kid, we would drive up, and I could smell it miles away, but now I feel like it's just not very strong anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be terrible, though. So bad.
I haven't been to many CCY meetings just because the drive is absolutely brutal for me to go out there.
You didn't even come to the Christmas party this year, yes?
No, I was working.
That's what you always say.
Yeah. I've taken off to go to that damn meeting before that.
You came to last year's Christmas party.
Yeah. I can definitely smell it as soon as I get into that road, and there's that sharp turn right there. I don't know what the hell those roads are. I always get lost too. Always get lost when I go there. Another reason I don't go there.
You're just afraid of Tara. That's what it is.
No, how could I ever be afraid of Tara? Tara is amazing.
I saw your soul leave your body when you mentioned those gift bags last year.
That's true. Good point. Good point. There we go. Lots of interest in the escaping competition. And Kelly loves being judgmental. And Grant's here. Hi, Grant. Victoria is sending it. I believe she hasn't yet because of the holidays. That makes perfect sense. Good to know. Now I know not to hound you about it. Let's see here. Maybe we need like different levels.
Didn't everybody boo Grant when he won last year?
I think Grant got booed a lot.
I think Rico started that.
Yes, Rico
it's just
did.
Fun to boo him.
Yes. There you go. Have the kids enter. Hey, here's the sad part is, Grant and Shelby's kids are probably better escapers than most of us.
Oh, they could beat me tenfold. I guarantee it. I can't skate for shit.
We'll still try.
I can do rock.
I have no problem competing.
That's about it.
I like competing against kids.
Kelly, you don't have to send me an API test kit, but thank you. I know someone at API. But I do test them every once in a while, and chances are my parameters are, oh boy, maybe it's been a while since I've tested it.
I figure if my fish don't die and they breed, those parameters are good enough for me.
My TDS is around 150. My GH is around 40. Well, no, maybe around 70. Hold on. Out of the tap. There we go. My tap order is 130 GH, 40 KH, 7 PH, 170 TDS.
Good job,
That's
Scottie.
my tap order. As of a while ago. Like July. That's all I know. Exactly. I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Legacy Aquascape and Tier. Yep, gotta make sure the water's wet. Exactly.
That is very important.
John, the casino just opened up. In fact, even up to this last clash, they are using rooms of the hotel for training their dealers and stuff like that. So
I was wondering what that was.
Yep. So, not necessarily this year, but the year before, their multiple conference rooms were set up like a casino. And they did a job fair at the hotel and all kinds of stuff like that. So it just opened up, and I've never even been in the building to know what it's like. And then they also, I'm hoping they build a hotel. That would help us a lot.
That would definitely be ideal.
Yes.
It was the strangest casino I have ever been in my life. It was like a geriatric casino.
It might have to do with the area, Ed.
That's true.
Even
That's true.
I took my mom and dad there because we were watching the Chiefs game, and my mom said, "Is this a bingo parlor?" Because normally your MC is like some guy that says, "Hey, Mike just won $1,500 on the big wheel," but it was like this old lady that was like, "Mike just won $1,500." It's like, what in the world?
Nice.
Oh man.
Hi, Jimmy P. Welcome. Yeah, Kelly, it might be great for growing plants, but yeah.
Apparently it's good for breeding killies, though, too.
Well, yes, that part it is good for. The thing is, Kelly, I need to learn about CO2 some more. I need someone to do a CO2 talk at the class so I can learn about it. And then I need to win the one CO2 kit that's left for Fish Fam Christmas. I need to win that. And then
they're still running that.
So it's over except for the leftover stuff, which is going to be done soon on the Fish Fam Christmas channel.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And there's 6 items and like $500 left. So they're gonna break up the $500 and do that for giveaways, probably through gift cards and stuff. And then there are some items left for those people that there's hosts that had to back out for whatever reasons. So I know there's like 6 items left and like $500. And if one of the
if I can
here,
compete
tell
for
us
that.
more. What's that?
I wonder if I'll be eligible to compete for that.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I know.
There we go. Tanner said he's going to try and come.
Awesome.
Hi, Yellowstone. Welcome, Yellowstone. Minerva Orengo is here. Oh, it's Eduardo's sister. That's who that is. Hi, Eduardo's
awesome.
sister. Love the fireplace. Thank you. I built it myself.
This guy.
Nice. Stephen P. was learned how to be a dealer.
Well, I looked in there and went, "Wow, this place is one fancy joint." Because hey, I thought this hotel has poker or professionals.
Nice.
And then I looked at the wall and was like, "I wonder if it's like an undercover, like a back room poker.
Like a speakeasy.
Hi, Mike. Welcome. Mike went to the casino. There's Luke.
We went to the sports bar, and all of the
CO2
waitresses
until
were
you're
also retired.
Nice. Oh, less than $500 left because of alternate prizes for international peeps. But if you look at the prize tracking tab, you can see everything in yellow that will be redrawn. Am I right that it's about 6 items? That's what when I did look, that's what it was. Hi, Vibes, welcome. Oh my God, I'm caught up in chat.
Good job.
And look what time it is. Well, guys, thank you. This was a really fun stream. I enjoyed it. We got 50 people here right now.
Thanks to Chattanooga Ed there.
Thanks to Chattanooga Ed. Thank you
No
so
way.
much. It may be more than 6 items. Nice. So hopefully the CO2 kit goes very last. I won't put in for anything else. Let all the competition get everything else first so that my odds are better. All right.
Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. It probably won't work, but it sounded good, So if everyone use the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack, and head over to the Garden of Eden for a wonderful stream. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Blake. We'll be doing this. Let me make sure I don't have any big plans next Monday. Nope, I'm free. Imagine that.
All
All right. So see you all then. Thank you, everyone. I gotta push a button.